Hello and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Coming up on the program this morning, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are ready for Benin Republic and Lesotho. So the Super Eagles are really ready and ready to go for the game. Also on the program, Bayelsa, of course, they are the ones extending their lead at the top of the Nigerian Women's Football League table after defeating Royal Queens 3-1 away from home. So they extended their lead. Rivers Angels couldn't win at home. That game ended goalless. And as a result of that, they've opened 5-point lead at the top of the table. 6-point lead at the top of the table. Also on the program, we'll be talking about the NBA this morning. The Utah Jazz, of course, these guys rout the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets, yes, short-handed. They were most of the players, the top stars were not there. And as a result of that, the Nets lost and the Jazz was 17 straight. They've won this season. All right, I'll not be doing all the talking alone this morning. I have Tolu Olorumontemi here with me in the studio. Tolu, good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning, Cecilia. It's a beautiful morning in Lagos, and I'm happy to be here to talk sport with you, definitely. Great
to have you. All right, let's start with the games played early hours of this morning and, of course, late last night from the NBA, starting with what? The big one, we're expecting the Jazz and, of course, the Nets to be a very, very big game. But it wasn't to be. Yes, it was a big game because you have the best team in the West and, of course, the third best team right now in the East. That's what it's looking like because after Milwaukee Bucks won their game, they had to overtake the Brooklyn Nets. So they're now second with 76ers, of course, still flying. 76ers will be facing Lakers tonight. We'll see if they can keep up with that. Let's just take a look at the results coming from the NBA. Last night, yes, the Indiana Pacers and Detroit Pistons, it was 116 and 111. The Indiana Pacers getting that one by 4 points. Milwaukee Bucks and Boston Celtics, another big game, 121 and 119. The Bucks winning by 2 points. Yes, that game was a blockbuster, in the sense that you're expecting the likes of Giannis Antetokounmpo to actually step up. But yes, he did step up, but his points were so little. He had how many points on the night? 13 and 7 assists and 8 rebounds. But then you have the big boy, Chris Middleton, who had to start for the team, scoring 27 points in that. Other result, you have the Orlando Magic and the Phoenix Suns. You also have Toronto Raptors and Denver Nuggets. The Raptors winning 135 and 111. That's 111. Just arresting the slump they've been on. They've been on 9-game losing streak. The Cleveland Cavs and, of course, Chicago Bulls 103 and 94. Memphis Grizzlies and Oklahoma City Thunder 116 and 107. Dallas Mavericks and Minnesota Timberwolves, it was 128 and 108. De'Aaron Fox having 37 points just wasn't enough for them. And, of course, Charlotte Hornets and Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets arrested their slump 20, but now they're back to losing again. It's going to be another streak. We'll find out. But then, Tolu, of course, the blockbuster we're talking about is that top games we're expecting. James Harden, couldn't play because, he was ruled out. Just few moments to the game, we discovered that he wasn't going to play. And, of course, it was always going to be a hard one for the Brooklyn Nets, playing without, of course, Curry having personal reasons. KD, he's out for a while. Spencer Dinwiddie hasn't even played. Blake Griffin, of course, the new guy who came on, just joined them, is also injured. So, Steve Nash, it was a tough one.
It was a difficult one for him last night. And it was very obvious that there was no way the Brooklyn Nets were going to win that one against the high-flying Utah Jazz, who just took them to the cleaners immediately. You didn't have any of the top 4 guys on court, so no chance. And, of course, the bookies didn't favor them either. So it was pretty much a straightforward win for them, what was expected. However, the shock last night for me was the Phoenix Suns losing. I didn't see that coming to the Orlando Magic. I didn't see that coming. It was one of the straightforward wins you expect.
Second in the West.
And then they lost to Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic themselves have been struggling of late. And just to find out that Chris Paul couldn't get his guys over the line was tough to accept, particularly seeing how they lost with the final bucket of the game. So that was tough to take. It's good to see Toronto Raptors back winning again, of course. They've not had Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby. They've not had Pascal Siakam. It's been Kyle Lowry. All those 3 guys ruled out because of COVID for a while now, for nearly 3 weeks. And now they're back into the team, and they got the team back winning again. Of course, they surprisingly lost to the Houston Rockets 2 nights ago, which I thought could have been a better game for them to bounce back. But to go on and then win against Denver Nuggets, against Nikola Jovic, I think that is a statement victory, and it shows that they are ready to give it all, their all until the end of the season, and let's see where that leads them. I thought that was a very great game as well.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, the reason why we're focusing on this one is simply because you were expecting
the blockbuster.
Blockbuster. Yeah. But when you don't have most of the teams around, I mean, Donovan Mitchell stepped up for the Utah Jazz, had 27.6 rebounds and 7 assists on the night. You also have other stars also stepping up. But when you don't have that Blake Griffin, as I mentioned, like Kevin Durant, of course, been out for a while and everything, Kyrie Irving, personal reasons.
I believe if the Nets had only James Harden, they would have competed fairly against the Utah Jazz. It couldn't have been a blowout. Even if they lost, it couldn't have been a blowout. I mean, this is the man who just this month became the 4th player to score a 40-pointer triple-double, joining an exclusive list of Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, and then late Kobe Bryant. So, come on. I mean, they only needed James Harden to be available because he's been monstrous since that switch from Houston Rockets to the Brooklyn Nets, and he was unavailable.
Well, he's played so many games. The last game played 37 minutes.
Look, since
so many minutes on court.
Since he was drafted in 2010, James Harden has been the only NBA player. He has played the most NBA games in the last 10 years across the sport for both current and, of course, retired players. So it was tough. He was doubtful before the game. We're hoping that he could play. You know, James Harden never rules himself out unless he can't play. And so it was to have him, you know, being ruled out at the last minute. It was kind of expected because it was a sprain on the neck. So why risk it against a very high-profile team? Why not just get that rest and then come back in for the subsequent games? But of course, there are still huge contenders going forward. We missed what could have been a spectacle last night.
Yeah, it could have been. I missed it also. Well, let's listen to Donovan Mitchell talking about how they had to deal with the Nets, knowing that most of their star players are not there. They didn't want to take chances. They started up firing.
I think the biggest thing was just trying to attack. You know, when they started small, understand if I get to the rim, or if I find guys or whatever, finding my looks, you know, just trying to find ways to contribute anyway. But the biggest thing is just trying to be aggressive, get downhill, make plays. And today it was get on the rim and finish. You know, some games just get there and kick when they collapse. But that was just my mindset from the jump. So the biggest thing was start strong, continue to play strong, continue to play the right way, continue to do what we do, and keep it that way for the full 48 minutes. And I think we did a good job of that tonight. Those guys are talented, you know, just because those stars weren't playing, those guys, whether it's Chioza, Brown, Harris, TLC, like those guys can hoop. Alize Johnson had 23 and 15 or whatever. So those guys are good. You know, we continue to do what we do. And, you know, we had a few mistakes that we can clean up, but overall we did a solid job.
All right. I mean, that's just it for them. Okay, let's talk about the other team now on the losing side. Steve Nash, of course, he had to praise a player because everyone was asking him about that particular player who came from Raptors. He joined them on the 9th and he was able to fit him. I'm talking about Alize Johnson, step up with 23 points, 15 rebounds and 3 assists. And, of course, Steve Nash had some very good words for him this morning. And, of course, the Jazz team, the best team in the NBA right now.
That's a great team. You know, that's the team with the best record in the league. We went out there severely undermanned, and most importantly, they stuck together, played hard. Defensively, were pretty good. Maybe gave up too many threes, but otherwise did a lot of good things defensively. And just told them I was proud of them. And it was great to see some of those guys get some minutes, some opportunity, make some buckets, get some rebounds and stops, and just kind of develop. So lots to be thankful for. You know, and we move on to Detroit. He was great. Stuffed the stat sheet, played good defense, tons of energy. I mean, I don't think he's really played since the G League bubble. So heck of an effort from him, and proud of the way he played. We didn't run anything for him. You know, he just played hard, rebounded the ball really well. You know, got in the cracks, cut, screened, rolled, played, ran the floor. You know, he made a lot of little floaters in and around the basket, just activity and energy. So great effort for a guy who joined us this morning.
a great effort from Alize Johnson. That's a player to watch out for. Now that you don't have most of the star players, so when you have one just coming in early hours of the morning, late in the night, and kind of blending into the team.
Well,
suddenly,
if you're good, you're good.
So you have to
If you're good, you're good. That's one thing about sport. That's one thing about basketball as well.
Yeah.
If you're good, no matter where you are, if you are put in a great team, immediately you click. And even though he didn't have the stars around him to help him, maybe play better or to enjoy his game,
rebounds.
but he still gave in a great game last night. And of course, to get him out of the Houston Rockets side, I can't just stop losing. Of course, he wants to be in the team that is contending, and that is exactly where he is. So, yeah, no surprises for Alex. I thought he put out a great performance last night.
Great performance. Okay, let's leave the NBA now. We don't have time for the top performance. De'Aaron Fox was one of those guys who put up some numbers on the night. Okay, let's quickly go to the Olympics. What's happening? Touch relay gets underway today. So the journey has started, and because everyone is expecting something spectacular at the Olympics. It sets off this morning from Fukushima and, of course, beginning a tour, 4-month countdown to the Olympics. It was delayed from last year because, of course, pandemic. About 10,000 runners expect to carry the torch across about Japan's 47 prefectures, islands, and starting from the site of the 2011 earthquake, and that tsunami that killed more than 20,000 people and all that. Then that's a Fukushima, which is really great one for these people. Emotional moment for the Japanese.
Yes, and look, we've waited how long for this moment, and it's finally coming, and it looks like it's unstoppable right now, which is good for everybody involved. I feel some sort of pity for the athletes who have waited so long, felt like an Olympic dream was going to be snatched from some of them, but they have another chance to go at it, to give it a go. Speaking with some of the Olympic athletes 2 days ago, and they are just prepared, they're just elated to have the Olympics back, to know that they can compete at a global stage. It gives them some sort of, it brings back the energy. So when you go back to train, you know that you are training for a purpose and it's happening soon. It's not something that will be taken away from you again. So it's good to know that the Olympics is coming back. It's good to know that we're going to have it, even if it's 2021. I don't care. I just want to have the Olympics, and it's right back. And to see this happening again, I'm sure everyone involved in this particular touch relay at the moment will be really excited to be a part of the Olympics for 2021.
Yeah, we're excited, and the good thing is that we're Japan, most of the countries, most of the pandemic, most of the countries that were hit by the pandemic and all that, they have fewer than about 9,000 deaths. And of course, cases of 420 were reported yesterday. That's the highest single-day figure this month. So it simply means maybe it's reducing for them, and that's why they are going ahead with the touch relay. And everyone that's coming out to actually see, they're expected to wear masks, social distancing and all that. And they've already said that, look, international foreign fans will not be allowed. And even those that are volunteering, it has to be those on essential duty are the ones that will be allowed into their country. So it's strict measures being put in place. But the good thing is the Olympics is going to go ahead.
Yes,
that's what we're happy about.
That's the most important thing. And the health and safety of everyone, not just athletes, is important.
All right, leaving the Olympics now, quickly touchdown in Miami. I mean, some of the top star ladies will start their games today. Some will start tomorrow. But this morning, we'll be talking about Simona Halep, Naomi Osaka, Ashley Barty, and of course, Andreescu, Bianca. Remember how when she won the US Open and all that, we didn't hear from her again. Right here on the show, we'll be having the four of them because these ladies are really ready to go. For Simona Halep, she's more interested in winning silverware, preparing for the Olympics, than, of course, world ranking. Ashley Barty is still ranked #1 in the world, despite the fact that she hasn't played more tournaments and she crashed out earlier at the Australian Open and all that. But because the other ladies weren't playing, and so she just remained top there. It was easy for her to just remain top there. And Simona Halep, she's the world #2. So she's not concerned about that.
Why should you? I mean, it's Simona Halep. She's achieved a lot in her career as well. So no pressure for some of these players. It's just go out there and enjoy yourself. Have fun. Do what you want to do and prepare for the tournaments that really matter to you. And for Simona Halep, it is the Olympics right now. So just get her in that, mood where she's having fun playing, and then her fitness level and match sharpness is, of course, high up there. And then she can continue to the Olympics when it's time. But for now, just take part of this tournament, win or lose, doesn't matter. Just stay sharp.
A short break, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back. Yes, we are counting down to when the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be in action against Lesotho and Benin Republic. Benin Republic is on Saturday, Lesotho is on Tuesday, right here in Lagos. Super Eagles, I know you guys have been talking to us concerning what you want. I mean, some are saying prediction 5-0 and all that. So talk to us on our Twitter handle what you think, how the Super Eagles can actually file out to be able to defeat Lesotho and Benin Republic. You can even send us your first 11, the players you feel can start. We have the full complement of all the players in camp right now. Kelechi Iheanacho, yeah, senior man is also the latest to arrive. You know, we have 24 players in camp right now. So Coach Gennett Roy, he's got a lot in his hand from the defense, the offense, the midfield, everywhere. So it's a packed squad, you will say. So what are we going to get from this game? Can Super Eagles get 6 points from those two games? Can they beat Lesotho right here in Lagos 5-0? Maybe Benin Republic ending that unbeaten run they've had at home since 2013. 8 years now they haven't lost at home. So Super Eagles is trying to dent that. So talk to us about that. It's all about Super Eagles today. And before we go to the Super Eagles, quickly we'll take this out of the way. Good news coming from the US, especially their women's national team that have been fighting for equal pay. Because on Wednesday, Megan Rapinoe was right there when President Joe Biden was signing a presidential proclamation calling for equal pay for women across all board, both sports and everything. I mean, be you an engineer, wherever you are, but then equal pay. So when you have the U.S. Women's National Team, Megan Rapinoe, right there, it simply means that this lady is what they've been fighting for a very long time. They're achieving it soonest.
It is a big win
Yeah.
for Megan. She's been a very vocal, and I think the U.S. Women's National Football Team have been particularly the face of this campaign, and congratulations to them. Congratulations. It's been a very long, drawn battle that involved some legal proceedings that they lost, and here they are with the president backing them. I think they've earned the right to be called heroes right now, because they're not just winning on the field, they're winning off the field as well, and women worldwide can take lessons from here, and I think it's a very good thing. No buts, no ifs. Congratulations. It's not a day to argue about the authenticity or how good this is. I think it's just a great move overall.
It's a great one, especially when they sued the U.S. national body in 2019, fighting for equal pay and all that, discrimination, the lawsuit of discrimination and everything. But what President Joe Biden has done Wednesday simply means that where these girls are close to achieving their dreams. Let's listen to the president himself.
It doesn't matter if you're an electrician, an accountant, or part of the best damn soccer team in the world. The pay gap is real. And this team is living proof that you can be the very best at what you do and still have to fight for equal pay. The title of the proclamation is National Equal Pay Day 2021.
Just checking, making sure it says what it says.
That's what it said.
Joseph R. Biden.
Junior.
Junior.
My dad.
Junior.
Fine man. It says equal pay is a reminder of the work that still remains to advance equality and ensure that all Americans have the opportunity to reach their full potential, like you guys. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, Austin Okonakpan will join us now from London, from Birmingham. Yeah, that's where he's right now this morning. Austin, good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning, Cecilia. Good morning, Tolu. Good morning to our viewers. In fact, sporty greetings to our viewers everywhere in the world, irrespective of the time. It's good to be on sports this morning, Cecilia. What a story for women's football in the United States of America. I know you're super excited about that one. It's been a fight that's worth it, I must say. You know, when they lost that first one in court, I knew it wasn't the end. And with Joe Biden coming in and the preach about equality, this is huge for women's football worldwide. I think Australia followed. I think Australia did the equal pay thing. You know, they started. So if America joins now, let's also give a big shout out to Edo State government in Nigeria when they said Bendel Insurance and Edo Queens, we earn equal pay. You know, we need these things, you know, to, you know, put out some level of balance out there and then a level playing field. Because if you look at what women's football has done in America, I don't think in about 50 years' time, if the men's soccer team will ever achieve that. So it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, it's a fact, man. It's hard. It will be hard for them to achieve it. Okay, quickly, let's talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And we know the players are ready. Everyone is anticipating and waiting for those two doubleheaders, especially the heartbreak we suffered in the last one. Sierra Leone, we couldn't win in their own home. At home right here, at home in Benin, we couldn't win. And so this is going to be a great one. Austin, before I ask you for the questions, let's just, listen to the governor of Lagos State. He hosted them in a dinner last night, and all the players were all there. Immediately after the train, they have like almost 2 hours training yesterday at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. It was behind closed doors. They didn't allow the media to actually come in because the coach wanted to focus on tactics and everything. He didn't want any distraction. So immediately after that, they went back to their hotel, refreshed, and then came back for the dinner in Marina at the government house. There you can see the picture of the governor right there, talking with Victor Osimhen and Ndidi, all of them, while they were actually sharing the meal and all. It was a good one, last night for all the players. Just happy to be here in Lagos. But let's listen to the governor, talking about how happy he is to host the Super Eagles in Lagos for the first time after a very, very long while. Yeah, pictures of, Ahmed Musa presenting the jersey, what the governor is going to wear to the stadium when he's coming to watch the Lesotho match. And Ahmed Musa did not just give only the governor. I mean, he also gave to the wife. So, okay, both can actually come and watch the game. So let's just allow this play out when he was giving to the wife also the jersey she's going to wear while coming to watch the game between Nigeria and Lesotho on Tuesday at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. Austin, then you react to this.
We also have them here in their numbers, Mr. Governor. Ahmed Musa is Samuel Chukwueze is also here.
Every street corner, every space that you see remaining in Lagos, it's always a 5-a-side, it's always a 6-a-side that we've turned it to. And just today, as a coincidence, today we went to launch an housing estate in Ikorodu. Ikorodu is, some people will know where Ikorodu is. Indeed, you know where Ikorodu is, yes. And we promised them that we're going to be doing 2 football stadiums, one in Igbobo and one in Agboikechu. Just today, we gave that commitment. So you begin to see that we're not just talking about it, we're actually ensuring that where you have come from, both local and international, we can continue to replicate and get the younger ones that will be coming behind you and after you, so that Nigeria can get back its glory, the glory of 1996, where we won, the Olympic gold medal with all of the trappings that came with that team at that time, because it was a glorious time for some of us. We knew how those matches went, and we knew that when they finally won that medal and that trophy, it was delight to all of us. And we still have one of them here, Patrick Pascal, who is one of the 1996 gold medal in Atlanta. And surprisingly, what we promised him as a nation, we have not fulfilled it. But Lagos will fulfill that today. Patrick, modestly, the housing estate I've gone to commission today, you get a 3-bedroom flat. It's there, it's live. So,
It's true that when the president told me we go by boat, I was wondering, I was surprised. And he brought me at first in his beach house, and it was already the same way, and he said it's 1 hour more. So I wanted to do that with him. We did it last Saturday. It was, like he said, in the heaven. We were not swimming, but we were flying on the water. And it was so quick and so calm. We were lucky with the sun also. And I think it's the best way to go there, really, because by road we don't know, and the flight is long, have to go to the airport and back and all these things. I think it's the best way. And the gift what we have to do, guys, now is to win the match. Huh? We have to win.
Really happy today to be in this state and in your presence, sir. On behalf of myself and my teammates, thank you very much, sir. He's a man that he promised and do. I don't have to say it, but Maybe when we go to the camp, you're going to hear. So, the cameraman over here. Like the chief coach said, we don't have anything to give you, sir. It's to win the game. And I think Benin Republic have not lost since 2013 in their home. So we're going to do that by the grace of God.
Yes, of course. Austin, I mean, they have nothing to give the governor. All they have to do is to just beat Benin Republic, beat Lesotho, get all 6 points, and qualify for the AFCON in style.
Well, football has taught me to shut up and just, wait till it is done. So these players, I love the vibes. I listened to Ahmed Musa yesterday after training. It's all positive vibes. William Trustekong and also Coach Genotro. Everyone is supercharged. They didn't like the run they had in 2020. I said it on Sports Tonight that they're still disappointed at the way they couldn't even get a beat Sierra Leone home and away. So they are charged to do something in Benin. But I don't like Cecilia. I do not like that they keep repeating that record that Benin Republic hasn't lost the game at home since 2013.
They want it to sink
That's
in.
a distraction. That's a distraction itself. So I think everybody should know that, yes, this is with football, when you chase records, in fact, in sports, when you chase records, you're distracted. You just need to go out there and get your result. And then the media will tell you, oh, with this result, you broke this record, you made this new record, you set these statistics, but by the time you keep saying, I've heard that talk about they've not lost at home this 2013 more than 50 times since they got into camp. I think it's about time it stops. Let's also say kudos to the Lagos State government. I think the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, said a lot of positive things for particularly infrastructure development. What he said about them in Ikorodu. I love it, and also, saying things and doing them, talking about Patrick Pascal, what a story. But let's ensure that they fulfill that promise, because 5 years from now, we don't want Patrick Pascal saying on His Excellency said it on national TV that he's going to give me a three-bedroom flat. I haven't gotten anything. That said, on the pitch, let's hope that the Super Eagles deliver against Benin Republic and come back to Lagos next week, Tuesday, trash Lesotho, and make Lagosians super excited.
Yeah, we can't wait for that. That's what everyone is expecting. Tolu is right here. Tolu, I mean,
Austin,
when the governor was talking, okay, right.
Austin,
okay.
I like when you said that football has taught you not to believe anything until it is done. I felt it's more like Sierra Leone has taught you not to believe anything until it is done, right?
Why would you
because I didn't see that.
Ask Liverpool.
Ask Liverpool, ask Barcelona. Then we will know what we're talking about. But then I also think you're becoming too much of a motivator. Come on, man. Let them talk about the records. They know what they have to face. If we can't go to Benin Republic and win, no disrespect to Benin Republic, but if we cannot go to Benin Republic and win, Austin, I don't know what to say.
Okay, all right, you don't know what to say, but then we'll leave it at that if we can go there and win. And quickly, when the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was talking about, giving out, a house to three-bedroom apartment in Ikorodu to Patrick Pascal, you were like, okay, is he going to do it? I'm like, it's already, it's done already, so it's not like I'm not going to, because the house, everything is ready, it was commissioned and all, so, the key is going to be given to him. So,
key,
no
right?
doubt about that.
Just the key?
Yes,
we'll
Austin, you heard that, right? So, no doubt about that. 5 years, we're not going to hear that, not going to get into voice.
Oh, you're vouching for them now.
We will get it, because, I was right there at that event and all. The promise wasn't like the one they made in 1996 when they won the gold. This is to redeem what they've made, and he will definitely do it. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. But let's just take a look at other AFCON qualifiers. Do I ask you guys for predictions? No, not yet. What's going to happen? Let's take a look at other games that were played last night, Wednesday. You have other games from the Nations Cup that were played. Guinea and Mali. Guinea beating Mali by a lone goal. South Sudan and Malawi. It was Malawi winning by a lone goal. Also, you have the game between Uganda. Burkina Faso ended goalless. Sao Tome and Principe and Sudan. Sudan winning by 2-0. Rwanda, Mozambique. Rwanda winning by a lone goal. Ethiopia beating Madagascar 4-0.
That result stands out to me. I mean, well, Ahmad just lost his position, and then Madagascar lost 4-0. Such a coincidence.
Okay. I'll leave it at that. Austin, which one stands out for you? Because he said Amanda Man lost his position, and of course Madagascar losing.
4 goes to nil.
That's not the way it is. But this result, I mean,
of course,
looking at
I'm
this...
just saying 4 goes to nil is a huge margin. Come on, just humor.
Austin.
Yeah, I think Madagascar and Ethiopia doesn't come as a surprise, you know, particularly that, you know, with African football, we're trying to get to it that...
The Madagascar that beat Nigeria 2 goes to nil,
you know,
doesn't come as a surprise?
No. That, football, that's what I'm saying. Football, just go ask the Netherlands a few days ago what happened to them. Football is...
You're coming to that.
Football isn't like that anymore, you know.
Yeah.
And with the AFCON, there was so much on the line, you know. And Ethiopia, so in their own right, in Africa, they play decent football. So you can almost put them at the same level with Madagascar. Whatever it is Madagascar is dealing with their football, they'll say, well, maybe that's why they didn't win. And if Nigerians want to start shouting, they'll say, oh, you couldn't beat Sierra Leone at home and away. You know, so those are the things football has put on the plate for us to, you know, talk about as pundits. But I think I like the one. I think Guinea and Mali, you know, another testament of the level of competition in West African football.
Yeah.
Basically, in the last 5 years, guys, I keep saying it, and I'll say it again. Africa's football has been on the rise, and I say this is because it has become more competitive, and teams are no longer scared of, give respect to the big guys. So it is when they even say the big guys that they want to really play football. So yeah, I love it. Everyone, I'm sure, will be waiting to see Nigeria, see Ghana, see Cameroon, Algeria, Egypt, the so-called big boys in African football. You know, when those teams play and then we start talking, the games after Saturday will now really get us talking.
Yeah, obviously, Madagascar in danger of not qualifying. Yes, they have 7 points after 5 games. You have Ethiopia topping the group. After 5 games, they have 9 points. Cote d'Ivoire are second on it. 7 points from 4 matches. A difficult group, you will say. Okay, let's move over to games that will be played today. Ghana and South Africa was the top one for today. Both will be in action. Gabon and DR Congo also playing. Gambia and Angola is another game to look forward to today. Comoros and Togo, Kenya and Egypt, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia and Algeria, Equatorial Guinea and Tanzania, Libya and Tunisia are the games for today. For South Africa, obviously, that's the game, I believe. Austin, you want to quickly just share a little more light on that, just quickly.
Ghana, South Africa.
Yes, that's the one I'm looking forward to, obviously.
Good game of African football. You know, actually one of the games that will get us talking. When I mentioned the top teams in Africa, I called Ghana. I said it because Ghana's football is also going through some level of reforms, and the crop of players there now want to prove a point. South Africa, they are the team that they will take a peep into African football, and maybe some distractions will take them back, but they're still a decent country when you talk about football in Africa. So it will really get us talking. I think that group on its own is also tight. South Africa would love to be at the AFCON. Ghana doesn't be at if Ghana misses out of the AFCON, then we have a story in our hands. So it will be good. Let's watch and see how that one will pan out. But I'm not looking forward to these first leg games. I'm looking forward to next week's one, because then some results would have been on ground, and then the pressure and tension will be out there.
Yeah, definitely. You talked about the group is very tight. After 4 matches, Ghana on 9 points. South Africa also on 9 points. Ghana just topping goal difference of 4 and South Africa 3. So evenly poised for these two sides. Sao Tome and Principe, of course, no point at all. And Sudan also on 9 points after 5 games, while the others have played 4 games. So they will be playing today, and we'll see how this group will pan out. It's really, really tight and tough.
Well, the game that stands out for me definitely will be Zambia against Algeria.
I know.
Yeah, because Zambia is always a very difficult team to win, to beat away from home. Not all teams can go to Zambia and win like Nigeria did some years ago. So that stands out for me. And I thought that Algeria's football lately have been pretty inconsistent. They haven't reached the heights of 2014. And then, of course, they went all the way to win AFCON in 2019. But then they haven't really been consistent, even though they have the superstars in there. So let's see what happens. I think I think it's one game that I look forward to, but I want to see what they can do when they go to Zambia. That should be difficult for them.
All right, but for you to note, Zambia, after 4 matches on 3 points, they've won just 1 game. Yeah. Against Algeria, was played 4 games on 10 points. Well, I think Algeria would definitely want to just qualify.
Welcome
They've already qualified already.
Yeah.
So, because the next country to them have 5 points. I'm talking about Zimbabwe. We'll need to go on a break. When we come back, we'll look at the Euros qualifiers and also the Women's League. All right, let's go to Europe and talk about the World Cup qualifiers. It was a shocker for most of these big teams you expect to win. Austin alluded to it. Netherlands, they didn't know what hit them because they lost to Turkey 4-2. Other results from last night, Portugal won by a lone goal against Azerbaijan. You have Serbia and Ireland. It was 3-2. Finland and Bosnia and Herzegovina ended 2-2. France and Ukraine, 1-1. We didn't expect to see the result. And for Slovenia and Croatia, it was 1-0 in favor of Slovenia. And of course, Belgium beating Wales. That unbeaten run the Wales were having over the Belgian national team is finally over. Ryan Giggs is not there. But, well, yeah, just maybe that's what happened. Austin, quickly, before I let you go, which one just gets you talking? Netherlands, I guess. That's shocker. You were not expecting it against Turkey.
No one was expecting it, and that's what I was trying to tell Tolu, that when you start talking as if you know football tells you to shut up, right in the face. So the Netherlands will go back, look at that one and see how they got it wrong. Maybe it was some level of complacency, but hey, that's what football can give. You talked about Wales, Belgium. It's rather unfortunate for Wales that they lost that one, but what a goal! The only goal Wales scored. I was telling a friend of mine that with that goal, it should end 3-3. They should just convert that one goal. It was a beautiful move that led to the goal. But Belgium were, a better team. Come on, when you look at that squad, stars everywhere, they were determined to win that one, and they did. Portugal and Azerbaijan, guys, also got me talking. You look at that Portuguese team from start to finish, stars everywhere. So you wonder what happened against Azerbaijan. So that's football for you, because when you think that that's the sort of game, we know how it is with the Euros qualifiers. This is where you see Portugal 9, Azerbaijan 0, or you see Gibraltar 0, Norway 10. But all of that is not happening anymore. That's because teams are beginning to, up the game. So that's football for you, and that's what I want to see with Africa's football also, guys.
That's what all want to see. Medvedev was the one who scored that own goal for Portugal to even win against Azerbaijan. Yeah, football happens. Austin, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Always a delight to be on the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Quickly, the fixtures for today: Spain and Greece will be in action. You have Sweden and Georgia, Bulgaria, Switzerland, Italy and Northern Ireland, Israel and Denmark. Another games for today. You also have Scotland, Austria, England and San Marino. We're expecting goals. That may not happen. Hungary and Poland. You have Germany and Iceland are the games to watch out for today in the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, European fixtures. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Anyone?
That piques my interest?
No. Okay, because...
No big games.
Okay, no big games today, yeah. That's what we said yesterday, no big games. And then Turkey got us talking this morning. Okay, let's take a look at the Women's League. What happened? We didn't see a goal first that we usually see sometimes. I mean, most of the games ended goalless. Even Rivers Angels could not even win at home. After coming to Lagos, losing to FC Robo, ending their unbeaten run they've had since the beginning of the season. Their own was that playing catch-up to Bayelsa Queens, and they just couldn't muster a goal, a win at home against Sunshine Queens. So it ended goalless for Rivers Angels. As a result of that, the game not looking good right now. For FC Robo went away from home. I remember I put the question up to the coach. I mean, you guys, usually you win at home. After winning against Nassau Amazon at the beginning of the season, it's been hard for them to win away from home. And they said, look, they will take it further to try and get points away from home. And they did against Abia Angels, ended 1-1 for Ibom Angels against Edo Queens. We expected a better game from Edo Queens, but they lost to Ibom Angels in Uyo. For Oshun Babes and Delta Queens went all the way to Oshun to beat them by a lone goal. And of course, Pelican Stars and Confluence Queens, I did see this coming. Pelican Stars have been woeful, just like Dream Stars bottom. They won at home for Bayelsa, yes, the team to beat right now. They are just sitting pretty on top of the league table, and no one is close. Rivers Angels is close. They had to drop point on the day. And the Dream Stars and Nassau Amazons, that ended goalless. I think Dream Stars will take something away from that, knowing that the season having been great. For Nassau Amazons, they could have, maybe appreciate a win, but it just wasn't to be on the day. That game ended goalless, did not produce any goal at all. And so as a result of that, if you look at the league table, what it's looking like right now, you see Bayelsa Queens at the top of the table, 28 points after 26 points after playing 11 games. And of course, Delta Queens moving up to 23 and Rivers Angels dropping to third. Rivers Angels have been second all along. Now they are still on 22 points because of that draw against Sunshine Queens and also losing in Lagos. And of course, Edo Queens on 20 points on fourth right now. FC Robo dropped to fifth place after dropping points in their game. The Women's League is getting more interesting and all that. You see games, teams winning away from home, and the ones that can't win at home is goalless. That's the game that was played in Lagos between Nassau Amazons and, of course, Dream Star Ladies, and it just wasn't to be on the day for the Dream Star Ladies. They couldn't build on what happened against Rivers Angels the last time. Rivers Angels played on this pitch 2 weeks ago. It ended 1-1. They were happy with that point. We were thinking they'll build on it, but another point for Coach Tajuddin Sheriff.
Of course, when you get the point against one of the best clubs in the league at home, at a time when maybe you're struggling as well, it gives you some sort of confidence, and then you want to go from there. But then Nassau Amazons said, look, we can equally pick a point here regardless, and that is what happened. But unfortunately for Dream Stars, I know they want to keep winning. It is very important that if you are not the best team in the league, at least be invincible at home. Get as much points as you can get, and then when you go away from home, avoid defeats. And if you lose, make sure that you don't lose by embarrassing margins. And so they will be disappointed. They should be disappointed for dropping points again at home, because that is for them to remain in the league or for them to progress. Really, they need to keep getting as much points as possible at home. So yeah, they will be disappointed. The coach as well will be disappointed, but they can equally take solace in the fact that they are playing and dropping points against some of the best teams in the league, typically in both Nasarawa Amazons and Rivers Angels. So they're not dropping points against some of the lowly or teams in the same category as they are. So yes, take solace in that and keep going. Keep going. The results will definitely come. It
will definitely come for Dream Star Ladies. Still at the bottom, not looking good. And that's why I've been able to move up position after starting slow. That's Coach Danjuma there dishing out instruction. But apparently the girls didn't get all the instruction because they couldn't get a goal at the end of the day. So it ended goalless. They had to share the points right there. Okay, we leave the women's game, and quickly, we have few times to leave the studio. Okay, I'll have some time to read your tweet. Noble Flyer Man, I'll start with him. Noble Flyer Man says, I aligned with the Eagles, repeating the record Benin holds at home, and that will spur them to take the game extremely serious. Anything short of 4 points with, at worst, a goal against us, and at best, 7 goals over both games will be unacceptable, of which Kenneth Ross should be fired. That's coming from Noble Flyer Man. That's a bit harsh, but I love the point you want them. Oshowego says, Super Eagles are always scared of injuries each time they want to play in Africa. I'm not expecting much from them. That's a bit negative. Engineer Felix is wishing them all the best. And for I Am Tiger, it says, truth be told, I feel in the world of sports, women should only ask for equal pay when they can generate same revenue as the men. That's coming from I Am Tiger. That's your own view about that. But not everybody actually share their view, because they feel that since they're doing something good, why not pay them same money? Okonuru says, is there any plans by NFF to actually televise the match between Benin Republic and Nigeria on DSTV and kickoff time? Wishing Super Eagles all the best. So wait for the NFF to see if they can. That game will be televised live. And of course, for Mike Ezoko says that Coach Genetro should have the best answer concerning a winning squad for the Super Eagles. However, I still believe Akpeyin should have been there considering his current form. That's much you can take on from your tweets right here. You have to leave the studio quickly.
Oh, okay. Responding to that tweet, though, the NFF can't do anything about broadcasting, right? Because they don't own the rights to the games. CAF does. And until CAF can find a solution to the broadcasting issues we have right now, then no games on TV, my friend.
Yeah, okay. You heard it right. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Have a great day.